Welcome back to the Caribbean Cultural Center's African Diasporic Institute's African Dance Class Series. I am Ms. Hanan, and today we are going all the way to South Africa. Now, when we say South Africa, we are referring to the country that is at the southernmost coast of the continent of Africa. And in the 1600s, the country of South Africa was invaded by people from the continent of Europe. They came from the countries of Portugal, the Netherlands, you might have heard the word Dutch, and Great Britain. Now, when the Europeans arrived in South Africa, there were people already there. And some of the people that were there are known as Zulus, the mighty, mighty Zulus. They are known for their warrior skills. You might have heard of Shaka Zulu, who was one of the greatest warriors ever. He was excellent with strategy on the battlefield. Now, these people, the Zulus, when they were invaded, they were forced to work and live in conditions that they were not accustomed to. Families were broken up. The fathers had to work far, far, miles away from home. They worked for months at a time, not seeing their families. And where they went to work were in the mines, the gold and the diamond mines. So when they were deep down, miles down underground, they weren't allowed to talk because the language that they spoke was different from the languages that the Europeans spoke. So the Europeans, not unable to understand, did not allow them to speak their language. So they had to communicate with their bodies. So have you heard of step? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've done it. So this is one of the places where step comes from. Because of the boot dance and because of the travels of our people, we have step. So we're going to learn some South African boot dance, and then later on, we're going to add a little step mixed in. So before we start our dance, when the miners were working on the ground, they had on rubber boots, bigger than this and heavier than this. And when you hear about the boot dance, you will hear it known as the gum boot dance because the boots are made of rubber. And you hear the sound? So when we dance here to perform the dance in honor of the Zulu people, we put bells on it. But traditionally, they didn't have bells. So they used bottle caps, which I have on the side. But I'll wear these later on so you can see how this dance sounds with the bells and the bottle caps. So now let's learn this song. Because with every dance, there is always a song. And the song for the South African boot dance is also known as the unofficial national anthem for South Africa. They have an official national anthem, Nkosi Kelele, but the South African boot dance song, Shoshalosa, is also widely known. So repeat after me, Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. Let's try that again. Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. You ready to add on more? So, Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. Stimele. Let's try that again. Stimele. Segunde. South Africa. Shosholosa. Kule Sentaba. Stimele. Segunde. South Africa. Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. Stimele. Segunde. South Africa. Shoshalosa. Shoshalosa. Kule Sentaba. Stimele. Segunde. South Africa. Yeah, so that's how the melody sounds. And there's another part to the song. When you yapaleka. When you lapaleka. When you yapaleka. Kule sentaba stimela segunde South Africa. So the song has two different calls, but with the same response. So we have a call and a response, just like when we learned Funga Lafia. So let's try the song. Shoshalosa, shosholosa, kulai sintaba, simela, segunde South Africa. When you yapaleka, kulai sintaba, simela, segunde South Africa. Shoshalosa, shosholosa, kulai sintaba, simela, segunde South Africa. When you yapaleka. When you yapaleka, kulai sintaba, simela, segunde South Africa. Shoshalosa, shosholosa, kulai sintaba, simela, segunde South Africa. Yes. So we'll go over that again. And this time I did a simple step, but you are free to do whatever you want. Yes, this is all about freedom, right? It's all about communication and telling your story through your movement. So now let's get to the dance. So you're gonna do step, step, clap. Step, step, clap. Now remember, just like when we were dancing from Liberia, we are bent, we're using our plie, I'm slightly forward, abdominals in, chorus tight, strong, and center over Mother Earth. Now remember, these are men working down underground, long hours. They are tired, they've been digging and digging and digging, right? The boots are big and heavy. Yes, so just think about that as you move. So now when you hit your legs, you want to make sure that you are hitting your calves. You want to hit below your knees. Yeah, so when you bend down, it makes it so much easier to get there. So let's try. Step, step, clap. 5, 6, 7, and step, step, clap. And step, step, clap. And step, step, clap. Step, step, clap. Adding on, step, step, clap, touch. 5, 6, 7, and step, step, clap, touch. 5, 6, 7, and step, step, clap, touch. 5, 6, moving on, step, step, clap, touch, down. 5, 6, 7, and step, step, clap, touch, down. 5, 6, 7, and step, step, clap, moving on. 5, 6, 7, and step, step, clap, touch, down, clap. 6, 7, and step, step, clap, touch, down, clap. 6, 7, and step, step, clap, touch, down, clap. 6, moving on, step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, touch. And step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, touch. And step, step, clap, touch, down. Now make the other step, step, step. Touch, down, clap, touch, down. Step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, touch, down. I'll turn around. Step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, touch, down. Step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, touch, down. Step, step. You hear that rhythm? This is the basic rhythm for boot dance. So the next steps that we're going to learn are all variations of that first step. So if you have that step and you have that rhythm, you should be good to go. So now, instead of clapping in front, we're going to hit front and back. So we're going to go step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, touch, down. Step, step, clap, touch, down, clap, hit your calf. Step, step, Bring it back. I'll turn it around. Front and now we're going to put it together. And step. And front. Now we're going to put it together. And turn around. So let's add another variation. This time you're going to jump and you're going to click your feet together. So let's try that, just the click. So start from your plie, ready? And up, down, and up, down. And we want to hear your feet touch, ready? And up, down, and up, down. All right, now we're going to do the up, down with the click, added with our basic. Yeah, so let's try. Hit, down, hit, down, hit, down, hit, down. Did you do the jump with the variation of front and back on both sides? Let's try it. 5, 6, 7, and hit down. Variation. Other side. All right. Then you put those two steps together. So we do the basic and the variation with the jump. 5, 6, 7, and. All right, now, after we do that, we're going to do a break. Listen, touch, down, clap, touch, down, clap, touch, down, up, down, hit the floor, and push it back. Let's try that again. And hit, down, clap, hit, down, clap, hit, down, up, down, pull. I'll turn around. Hit, down, clap, hit, down, clap, hit, down, up, down, pull. So the rhythm, how the break sounds. Let's try that again. 5, 6, 7, and. Let's try all three of those together. 5, 6, 7, and. So now next we're going to do a triplet. So that means 3 sounds. And the 3 sounds include hitting your leg twice and then stomping your foot on the floor. We're going to do that on each side 8 times. And we're hitting our calves. Outside, inside, down. Inside, outside, down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just find that rhythm. And if you have a little bounce with it, that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's try from the break into the singles. 5, 6, 7, and hit, hit. All right, now after the singles, we have doubles. So that means you're gonna do a triplet twice on one leg. 1, 2, 3, and switch. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and over. So we're gonna do 4 doubles, 8 singles, 4 doubles. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the next step, we're gonna combine the double with a hit to the back, scuff of the leg, a single coming down. We'll try it from the front and the back. So, double, hit, scuff, single, down. Double, hit, scuff, single, down. Double, hit, scuff, single, down. Double. Let's try the single to the double with the hit down. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 6, and double. Now after that, you hear how that phrasing isn't finished. Once you come down to that last one, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that last step. Ready? In. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And add your flavor to it. So that last step is our first step. And we're gonna do that 4 times, any direction you choose. If somebody's with you, you can do it to them or do it to your camera. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Cheek side. Yes? All right. You think we can do this from the top? I think so. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Cheek side. That includes our session for today. Tune back in when we finish the boot dance. We'll add the song. You'll hear it with the boots. And we'll try it with some drum rhythm to it. So thank you for joining us again today. See you next time. Take care and stay safe.